big game this weekend is for Chelsea, Don. You know, no win in 3 games, lost in the last minute to your local rivals, and then outclassed, really, especially in front of goal by a team that hadn't won a league game at home all year. How are you feeling about going away to a Crystal Palace team that are also in some good form at the moment?
Yeah. Listen, I've lost a little bit of confidence in the team, as you would expect. When your team's not scoring many goals, you are going to lose a little bit of confidence in them. Because like you've said, Terry, during this period against Everton, we had some good chances in that first half. Against Fulham, we had some good chances. Could have gone 2 goals up if Cucurella scored his header. Even against Ipswich, we had some good chances in that game as well. But we just haven't been able to find the back of the net. You know, Maresca's in-game management for me in the past 3 games has not been good enough. You know, he went with a Disasi right back in the last game, and Cuckoo up top, when we've seen numerous times it does not work. So this is where we have to go back to basics, Terry. You play every single person that starts in their position. You know, everyone in front of goal, please start to click again, because it's not long ago I was bigging up how clinical we've been in front of goal. It's not long ago I was bigging up how good Jackson's been in front of goal as well. Recently, he hasn't been the Jackson that we've been seeing this season. He's gone back to the Jackson of old. So I feel like he just needs that goal to get back into the groove of things. But up against Crystal Palace, you're facing a team that set up quite low in the block. You know, they put so many bodies in the box. That's something that we're struggling with at the minute, Terry, because our attackers right now, our wingers especially, they're underperforming, man. Neto, you know what I'm saying? He's not really attacking the box enough. He's good at crossing the ball, but that's the only thing he does, really. He hasn't really got much variation in his game. I'm not seeing him attacking the box to try and win the penalty, you know, to try and lay it off to Palmer, try and lay it off to Jackson. It's all about getting it on his left foot, whipping it in. And I'm like, bro, we haven't got Osimhen. We haven't got Omarodian. We haven't got these guys that can just head in the ball like that. Stop doing it all the time. Change up your game. Same thing as Madueke when he gets in the box. Very indecisive, like I've said 1,000,001 times. The only person really that's good in the box right now is Sancho. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one really that seems to really create something in the box for us. So we need to get back to, you know, our attackers on the wings, especially being a little bit more decisive in front of goal. And yeah, right now, Enzo, Caicedo, they're looking quite tired, but they've been playing quite well. The last game, Palmer and Enzo, they didn't get any GA, but if you actually watch that game, they're very influential. I need a similar sort of thing as them, as that game, sorry. And we've got to make sure that on the transition, we're switched on. Because Palace with Sarr, Eze, and Mateta, bro, they can get at you in the transition. Look what they did to Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Look what they did to Villa the other week, right? Same thing against, there's another team, I think Bournemouth as well. They had a few struggles there as well. So we've got to be careful in the transition. But in this game, Terry, like I said, when Arsenal went to Selhurst Park the other week, we've got to make sure that we're silencing that crowd. Got to make sure that we score first as well, because I think that's just going to take them out of the game and their confidence will drop. But if we're chasing the game again, right now, how we're playing, I can see a draw at most, if anything, if they score first. You know what I'm saying? So we've just got to be switched on, man. Everything's got to be aligned how it was before. Maresca's kind of gone a little bit weird the past 3 games. You know what I mean? Really weird the past 3 games. He's making some mistakes that don't need to be made, if that makes sense. So we just need to take it back to basics, man.
I hear that. I hear that. You've got a little smirk on your face there, Lawless.
Yeah, do you know what? I was just sitting there, I was thinking like about it, like how they was it, you know, close. They was in a title race, and we're talking about, and you know, I was even saying it. Yeah, they're in the titles. Say it. I was just looking at the table, man. If they don't win this game, Newcastle are just 3 points behind them, so they're getting dragged into a top 4 race to the point where top 4 is even going to be looking, you know, like a fight. Like they're gonna have to fight for top 4 because, yeah, Man City ain't, you know, they got their win. They're definitely getting 3 points against us this weekend. So Man City will be on 34 points. If Chelsea lose, then Man City are 1 point behind them. Newcastle win their game. They're on equal points. If they draw, it's still looking tight and the pressure's on and they're out of form, man. It's mad. I couldn't believe it. Of how close they were, them pivotal few games, and winnable games where they could have, you know, been really close to Liverpool within touching distance.
100%.
Now, 10 points.
And that's why I'm annoyed. And that's why I'm annoyed at everyone that kept running from it, bro. Like, I know everyone's got different definitions of a title race, but those people that were saying that, they did not predict us to lose against Ipswich, right? They didn't even predict it for us to drop points against Fulham at home. You know what I mean? So they can say, oh, yeah, this is what I was telling you, we're not in a title race. But, bro, your predictions were saying something else. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, I've been disappointed the past 3 games, Lawless. Like you, no one expected Chelsea to have a blip at this moment in time. You know, the way we were playing, the way we were scoring goals, the squad that we've got. You know, we're not really seeing João Felix being used at the minute. Nkuku up top is useless. You know what I'm saying? It's just not been good. Not been good enough from the in-game management, the lineups, and the players as well. They've got to take blame. So that's what I'm saying. It's a hard reset this weekend, man.
How confident are you, like, if you were to drop points in this game, how confident would you be of top 4? Would you be nervous in terms of Man City, Newcastle coming up behind?
No. We'll still get top 4. We'll still get top 4 if we drop points. I'll still be confident that we'll get it. Because to get top 4, bro, you're up against inconsistent teams. You know, I know Newcastle are on good form at the minute, but so were Chelsea a second ago. You know what I'm saying? Things can change very quickly.
Yeah.
That's how I'm kind of looking at it right now. I don't want to get dragged into it. I want to get top 4 comfortably, bro. I was looking to finish potentially even second. You know what I'm saying? And now it's looking like, you know, most likely going to be third, maybe where we'll finish. But you don't want to get dragged into it, man, like you're saying.
Are you a few Arsenal fans in the comments are saying, do you regret saying that you have a better team than Arsenal now?
No, well, bro, I was playing better than Arsenal at the time when I said it. And it was a fact. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm seeing a lot of Arsenal fans trying to revise their performances. Like, cool. You did well against Brentford without Saka, fair enough. But let's see you maintain that sort of quality. Let's see Nwaneri carry on doing carry on playing the way he did the other day. This is what people like to do, Terry. Yeah. Now they're laughing at, title race. Bro, it was in a title race. People like to run away from it. I don't run away from these things. And right now, we're in a top 4 battle. That's what it is. It could change again. If we go on a run of wins again, Liverpool start to drop points, we might find ourselves back in there. Things could change like that, bro. So let's see what happens, man. There's still half of the season to play, bro.
The thing is, Don, don't you think, like, if you look at it that way, of like, yeah, we were playing better than them, so therefore we have a better squad. Now, well, I can't say they're playing, but they did win, so I guess they're technically playing better than you. But then would you say now their players are better than you? Like, if it keeps like you're playing better, so your players are better. Now they're playing, but now it's their players. Do you know what I mean? Rather than looking at it on form wise, you can look at team go, they're better form, but in the grand scheme of things, they've got the better squad. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think they've got a better squad than us. I don't rate their squad. Okay. I don't rate their squad. I don't rate their squad like that. So you're asking me the wrong question right now, Lawless. At the end of the day, we weren't second place by mistake, right? We were second place because we were playing better than them. Do you know what I'm saying? Whether they like it or not. And right now, they've obviously, they've had a swing of wins or swing of results, whereas we haven't. It was just the other week they failed to win 2 games in a row, whereas we did. You know what I mean? So again, people are getting a little bit too carried away at the minute, man. It's December, like I said. There's still a lot of games to play, or January even. There's still a lot of games to play, man.
Yeah,
I think they're focusing on me. They need to focus on Liverpool, bruv. They need to make sure that Slot don't come here on his first day and win it, bro. That's what they need to focus on. Because I'm gonna crash it on you if that happens. Trust me.
Well, he's gonna win it. He's winning.
Of course, he's gonna win it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think people are overreacting with Chelsea. It's been a bad couple of games, and one of them. I look back at the Fulham game. Should have won. Should have put the game to bed. It's not as though he didn't have the chances to, and then you just collapse right at the end, and that happens. The Ipswich game, Ipswich play really. You probably, the mistake you made is you actually should have done. I know the penalty stopped you from being able to do what Arsenal did. I feel with Ipswich they've been unlucky, and they've actually played quite well against a lot of the better teams this season. They've just not got the results because they have a brilliant counter attack. It's got technique, it's got power, and it's got acceleration. And because you're 1-0 down because of the penalty and you didn't take your chances, then yes, Desarcia makes a mistake, but you're open because you're not sitting back. And it's why when Arsenal 1-0 up, as much as it made the game boring, from a neutral perspective, they did the right thing by not overcommitting to score a third because Ipswich weren't trying to score either. So if Arsenal would have committed an extra 2 or 3 men to their attack to go 2-0 up, but then get caught on the counter and conceded, everyone would say stupid and naive. And I think the penalty that you gave away changed that game massively. But equally, if you had all those chances again, all those shots again, Palmer was so unlucky with a free kick. Palmer's shot from distance, it was well saved. If you had the same chances again and they had the same chances, I think you win 8 times out of 10. So I feel like I know it's your club, so you view it very differently and you're emotional about it because it's your team. But I feel like Chelsea fans shouldn't be throwing baby out with the bathwater. Yes, it's frustrating because you've had these 3 games on the bounce, but Dave made a great point on the show yesterday. If you'd have lost 3 games in the last, say, 10 or 12, but they were spread out, no one will be saying anything. It's because they've come in a short space of time. However, what you need to be mindful of is it becoming 4 and 5. And I think that I think you'll beat Palace. I think you'll beat Palace narrowly. I think it'll be a 2-1 win, something along those lines. I think you'll beat Palace this weekend. It'll be a tough game because Palace are good, but I think Palace will give you. I see you beating them. 2-1 would be my prediction personally.
We need to score first, Terry, man. I'm tired of chasing games. Honestly, I'm tired of chasing games. We just need to get goals back into the team. Yeah, and it's crazy for me to even say that. Like, when we played the harder fixtures, like, obviously United aren't great, but it was still United away. You know, Arsenal, you had Liverpool. I was a little bit more lenient about the lack of goals I was seeing. We didn't have Enzo in the lineup as well. You know what I mean? But now, bro, we need to be taking these teams out, man, because that's how you're going to get top 4. You need to beat these lesser teams. To win the league, it's the Arsenals you need to beat, the Man Cities you need to beat. But to get top 4, you have to beat the Palaces and whatnot.
Yeah.